host of the FIFA Under-17 World Cup 2023, Indonesia.
World Cup Age-17, which will be held in Indonesia. Just waiting to count the days. The first ever 17-year-old World Cup Championship, held in Southeast Asia. Age-17 World Cup match in Indonesia will be held in 4 different cities: Jakarta, Bandung, Surakarta and Surabaya. In Jakarta, the match will be held at the Jakarta International Stadium, Siala Karupit Stadium in Bandung, Manahan Solo Stadium in Solo, Surakarta, and Gelora Bung Tomo, Surabaya. This is the first time for Indonesia to hold a World Cup event. Previously, Indonesia was appointed as the host of the 20-year-old World Cup, but because of the many acts of rejection against the Israeli national team, FIFA also cancelled Indonesia as host of the 20-year-old World Cup. Several months after Indonesia's cancellation as host age 20, Indonesia has been appointed as the host of the 17-year-old World Cup again, after Peru withdrew as host of the age 17 World Cup. In the World Cup age 17, Indonesia joined in Group A with Ecuador, Panama and Morocco. This Group A match will be held at Gelora Bung Tomo, Surabaya.
For the 17-year-old World Cup, this is the first time Indonesia has appeared in the World Cup age 17.
In terms of performance, Indonesia hasn't been able to do much. Even in the World Cup, Indonesia has only qualified for the World Cup once, when it was still called the Dutch East Indies.
Indonesia is known to be very crazy about football and is famous for it. The fanaticism of its supporters is extraordinary.
The stadium will always be full of Indonesian national team supporters when the Indonesian national team competed, and all that happened. In all age groups of the Indonesian national team, no matter the junior or senior national team, the fans will fill the stadium to show support.
Indonesian supporters are always present at the stadium, supportive their national team even when playing outside Indonesia though.
The Indonesian Football Federation is quite serious about preparing a national team age 17 Indonesia in order to compete in the World Cup tournament, which will be held in Indonesia this November. The Indonesian Football Federation also sent its youth national team to hold a training center in Germany and conduct trials against junior German league teams until the end of last October. This team has been together for quite a long time, because most of the members of this team was also a member of the same team in the previous tournament who competed in the AFF Cup and Asian Cup qualifiers in 2022. Indonesian Football Federation and Indonesian national team coaching team also called 3 players of descent who played in Brazil and Europe. The Indonesian national team that will compete in the 2023 World Cup is coached by Bima Sakti. Bima Sakti is a former Indonesian national team player. However, there are some groups of supporters who regret the federation's decision to appoint Bima Sakti as head coach of the Indonesian national team. Even though many voices doubt Bima Sakti's ability to train the Indonesian youth team, the federation remains firm in its decision to entrust Bima Sakti to train the 17-year-old Indonesian national team.
Indonesia also appointed Frank Wermuth as a coaching consultant. Frank Wermuth is a trainer full of experience in tackling young players. It is hoped that Frank Wermuth's presence will help. The Indonesian junior football team performed brilliantly in the World Cup at the age of 17 Indonesia.
Contoh saja misalnya bahwa saya ini menjadi pendukung pelatih. Kalau pelatih ini ada di depan, saya di belakang. Dan dia mereview masukan-masukan yang diperlukan sesuai dengan kebutuhan daripada pelatih atau yang dia lihat dalam kondisi pemainnya. Tetapi dia tidak akan turun ketemu pemain, tidak. Karena nanti overlapping. Saya rasa Coach Frank ini luar biasa karena dia 10 tahun sebagai instruktur pelatih di Jerman. Jadi dia sangat tahu hak dan kewajiban. Sesuai dengan kontrak hanya seminggu, ternyata bilang enggak, saya sebulan di Indonesia. Nah ini saya rasa komitmen yang luar biasa.
Terobosan yang luar biasa seperti ini hanya ada di era kepemimpinan Ketum Erick Thohir. Yakin Garuda siap terbang tinggi.
jadi jangan dipikirin. Hujan gerimis aja, ikan lele ada. Gundal-gundal baju